once again, welcome to GPL 357, where we are repeatedly short of a full circle. And I'd like to, as always, welcome our panellists today. We've got Theo Marilakis, our regular up the end there. G'day, Theo.
G'day, guys.
And we are blessed with the knockout champions, the captain of the mighty F Troop, Stephen Daly.
Afternoon.
And their communications manager extraordinaire, Eamon Feeney.
Hello.
Welcome, Eamon. What we'll do, as always, we'll review a bit of last week's episodes. We'll go out and search for some lost degrees on the course thing. I'll do a bit of search on you guys and see what it can extract. We've got a couple of 100-game players we'll highlight, and then we'll go through the tips for the coming round. So we'll get straight into it, and I'll kick off with my first little bit of interest. The Tridents were against F Troop, so I'll go straight into you guys. The Tridents had 3 milestone games, actually. Last week, Tony Adrena playing his 100th game, Jeff Black, Malcolm Smart, the week before. They're struggling in these 100-game milestone games, and the F Troop got the job done, 175 to 168. Back to the railway, guys. Well done. Beautiful win. And who have you got there, Steve?
The Tunners. The Tunners are absolutely cruising at the moment. Ever since they've changed their name, they've become invincible. Yeah, right. And they've got some real stars in the team. Let's face it, Mickey O'Driscoll, Ray Wilder, and the rest of them. I mean, they're known to self-lubricate, these guys. I mean, they're absolutely fantastic on the golf course, and I'm not surprised they're at the top.
Yeah, they're very good, and they got over the Phoenix, who were a bit disappointing on 155 to the Tunners 168. And who have you got there, Raymond?
Well, I've got the Sewer Rats, and I believe they started pretty badly this season, but they're on a bit of a roll now, and they're becoming the real deal. They played Brother W's, who now a bit disappointing after they started quite well.
Yes. How about you, Theo?
I've got the Buglers versus Wally World, the Premiership rematch. So the Buglers got over the line at 170 to 167. The Buglers seem to just always get over the line in these close ones. Wally World had a bit of an off day, I believe.
Yeah, they must do with the Buglers just falling over the line, it seems.
Wally World have the big one.
Yeah, they do. They did win the big one last year, and it still hurts. Guys, F Troop won the knockout, went to the railway for the pre-season cup. It seems a bit ironic that apparently there was a bit of knocking out at the railway as well. A big day.
It was a sensational day. It would have been even better if we could have found a pub that was on the corner where pubs are supposed to be. This one's in an arcade somewhere. Anyway, it was a wonderful day, and Paul Clohesi's got a very special memory of that day.
I believe he has.
His wife came down to pick him up. It was an extraordinary thing.
Actually, Paul is going around saying that he told Betty to go away and come back later. I saw Betty last night, and she said it was the other way around. She actually told him where to go.
It wouldn't have been the first time either.
I do have one question for you though, that at the moment, the best and fairest at F Troop, they also have the Naga, which I think is called the Paul Clohesi at F Troop, but at the present time, Andrew Fong is leading both the best and fairest and the Naga.
That is right. I mean, Andrew is just leading David. The two brothers are first and second in the best sort of award there. Last week, David, who had been consistently winning or getting points for us each week, got the Naga, and we feel that he's trying to match his brother Andrew.
They are a pair of Fongs after all.
They are indeed. I'm just wondering where the rest of you sit if he's leading both. But anyway, one of the things we do each week is we go into the field of play and have a bit of a talk to a few, and we search for some lost degrees, as we did again this week. So we're just out here in the field of battle, and here we've interviewed this man before, playing his 100th game, Tony Adriano. How are you travelling?
Thank you. Look, things are getting pretty rough. I'm glad you found me, Tony, because I've lost my swing.
You joke?
If you can help me to find my swing, I'll be very happy today, because I'm really struggling.
Oh, that's so good. Maybe the team will live for you,
I hope
in your
so.
100.
I do really hope so.
They didn't last week for Jeff Blackman and Malcolm. They didn't get over the line.
No, the pressure's getting to us a bit. You know, we're trying to let it happen, but it's just not happening.
Well,
Never mind.
Hopefully you'll find it before you end.
Thank you. I need a bit of luck. Thanks.
Take two. The F Troops trip to the railway has proven a proven strategy. Have you managed to get them along there again?
No. Their wives have been beating up on them for making a mess of themselves when they go to the railway, so they're not allowed to go anymore.
I'm sure, Ruffy, that it wouldn't stop you. And here's the dashing figure of our Scottish ferret, Ian Todd, playing a 100th game. How's it going, mate?
I blame God for all this.
Why's that?
Blame God for all this because he instilled in me a great golf from Monday to Friday.
Not
but
so
somebody
much
ought
Saturday.
to tell him it took him 7 days to create the earth, not 5.
Well, he had a rest day. Maybe he chose Saturday as his golfing rest day.
But I think, like Moses, I've been sent a mission. I've been sent to get the ferrets from the depths of the dungeon we're in at the moment into the bright sunshine to be premiers again.
Well, I tell you, it's a fair climb like this hill up to the 9th, mate.
But it's not happening today because the day's a Saturday.
Well, look here, right here. This is the old ex-ferret, your old mate playing his 100th game, Praddy, and here you are in the pink of a vulture.
Right, yeah. And he's done nothing in those 100 games, and he's done nothing today.
Oh, well, is that right? He has actually noted
He's a
that
Sunday
already.
player. He's a Sunday player. This is Saturdays is always his warm up for Sundays.
Well, this is not good. I see you up there looking at Mansfield's palm tree on the 9th.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
look, we got a bit of a headwind come up, Tone.
All right, all the best,
Because I've
guys.
been overpowering the course.
Play well. Just need something, and it might be you guys that provide it. Hello, Helen.
Time for us to run into a bit of good form, and today's the day.
Well, good to see you gelling together well. All the best out there. Play well.
Thanks, Tom.
Helen Brown, you'll see from later on, did produce the goods and played well. My next review is the Tridents playing, the Dynasty against the Wood Ducks. This was the match of the round. The Dynasty at the moment, they've had the second highest score 4 weeks in a row now, and they've got 1 win and 1 draw out of it. So they're having extraordinary form, but still remain outside of the 8. And they played the Wood Ducks, 177 all. The Wood Ducks, they have finally found something. Yeah. Let's hope they continue to find it. So not about a big draw, high scoring draw. How have you got there, Steve?
I've got the all-night chemists.
Yeah.
And what a revival, led by Helen Brown.
I know, she was magnificent.
Absolutely extraordinary. Yeah. I saw her on the course playing with, I think she was playing with Denise, and it was terrific to see them out there. They were having a lovely time, but clearly very talented, and clearly that team needs them enormously because they're leading from the front. So that's good on them.
It's good to see, and they got over the Ferrets quite easily. How about you, Eamon?
Well, I've got the Wanderers versus the Vultures. The Wanderers coming up with 177 against 169. The Wanderers seem to be going pretty well. They've got more draws than anybody else. 4 wins, 2 draws. But they're defying their name. They're wandering around. They're actually scoring on the field. The Vultures, they're still in the game, but they seem to have lost their appetite.
They're hungry for some wins. I had the Gummers versus the Corruptibles. The Corruptibles got over the Gummers at 173 to 168. I feel like the Gummers are looking for a little bit of leadership just to point them in the right direction, and I think Shane's the man to do it. Yeah. Other than that, the Corruptibles are into the top 4.
The Corruptibles into the top 4.
You jumped on that wagon a while ago.
I did jump on the wagon. It's a lot of room on the wagon. I give you the tip that it's been going all right, to be honest. When we get these guys in, we always like to throw Theo the scalpel, and he has a bit of a crack and dives into their brains and sees what he can find out. Over to you.
Do you have a reason? Do you have a reason for me?
Will the Railway Hotel lift the team's spirit?
Good afternoon. This is Noah again with breaking news from the GPL news desk. GPL 357 has been thrown into chaos just 10 minutes ago when the plug has been pulled on the live broadcast just before F Troop Captain Stephen Daly and his communications officer Eamon Venny were to be subjected to the work of well-known Greek surgeon Theo Marilakis. Rumours are circulating social media already that Paul Clohesi, F Troop's injured competitor, is behind a rising coup. The word that Andrew Fong leads both the Best and Fairest and Naga awards simultaneously at the same time is creating unrest amongst the troop, with Clohesi's making demands of a recount for his beloved Naga trophy. Sorry. Yep. We have Jim Jams on the line, who has found the surgeon out on the golf course. Yes, Jim. Jim Jams, are you there?
So we're out here on the course and we've caught up with the surgeon, Theo Maralakis. We hear you put the microscope onto F troops number 1 and 2. Is it true? I heard the rumour that maybe they're blaming Clohessy injury on a repetitive strain motion.
Yeah, they always seem to find an excuse, the old F troop. They apparently something about his wrist and with too much movement of it, but yeah.
Yeah, they rumour has it they're blaming their slump in the season on missing Paul Clohessy. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, so do I. I don't think it's Paul Clohessy. I think he's an important element to the team, but I don't think he's the sole reason as to why they're losing.
60 seconds into their brain, anything else you might have found in there?
Nothing. Surprised? Are you surprised? Nothing.
I can understand that. No worries, thanks for that. There goes the surgeon out playing golf. This has been Jim Jams reporting for Breaking News on 357 News.
Well, thanks, Jim, for that exclusive report for GPL News. In other news in the weekend, with the celebration of 2 corruptibles, the long, tall and bearded warrior Phil Barry and the indefatigable Ed Doherty, who all teared up in their 100th game. Both these players were part of the Corruptibles 2014 Team Survivor victory, as well as the breakthrough 2010 Premiership, which still gives heart to the teams at the very bottom of the ladder. Phil Barry hit the headlines for his part in the 2012 All Latrobe Audit, where he gained a position with his Corruptible teammate and now club captain, the judge, Phil Misso. Ed Doherty also dominated the airways recently on local radio Goliath SEN as they recounted his consult on the first sand bunker on the 9th hole. 23 shots till exhaustion shows the heart of the man and the spirit of this Corruptibles team that has moved into the top 4 this year, and with the pro now on board, plan to ride their way all the way to the 2015 Premierships. Well done, guys, on this magnificent achievement. The Phoenix were put under the microscope as well, losing to the Buglers by a shot 2 weeks ago, and then the ladder leaders last week. They now face a credibility test this Saturday against the defending premiers Wally World. Their draftee Jenny Cummins is doing her best to inspire this team, however it is not having the lift required, and their captain George Megalitis now faces the cold hard facts that another loss will prove comprehensively what the experts are saying. They rely too heavily on Paul Sarong. I doubt that is making him rest easy. And finally, the chips, just in, Maralakis went rogue of the 2 other tipping the Ferrets to upset the ladder leaders, the Tonners. Only the pro believes the Phoenix will not respond against Wally World. Vini tipped a draw between the Chemists and the Corruptibles. There was no love for the Buglers. It was found on the panel as the Wood Ducks firmed into favouritism. F Troop were tipping themselves despite the Clohessy wrist exercise failing to come up again, and yes, there's more truth to that. And the Dynasty and the Tridents are expecting wins, with the Surats and Wanderers splitting the panel. Talk about the missing doctor making the difference in this round 9 blockbuster. So under the coup of Clohessy, this has been Noah Game, with a Breaking News broadcast from the studios of GPL News. Remember, if you're to win this thing, you need to turn up and play well. So until next week, when we won't run out of tape, we will see you on the tee. Good night.